Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to talk about the subject, why can we not find our person? I get this at least 10 times a day. And everybody always says, Susan, when am I going to find my person? Is there love in my future? Will I really ever get married? I get this all the time. And it's a perfectly legitimate, good question to ask. But here's what I want to say about this, okay? Don't conform to whoever you're dating, okay, just to keep this person. I always say, if you keep making the same mistake, what is it possibly you're doing wrong? And I'm not trying to play the blame game, but if we keep making the same mistake, it's universe's way of saying, what is it that we're doing wrong? So this is why I decided to make this video today, okay? So there were some things that I have written down that came to my mind. I always say, don't try to make men fit into your life, okay? Because this is important. It becomes one failed relationship after another. You have to be you. And he or she is going to have to realize that if they want to be with you, it should feel natural. It should feel good. It's also a commitment. If somebody right away, and I get this a lot from a lot of people, oh, at the beginning things were great. And, he told me he wanted to marry me. He told me this, he told me that. And then all of a sudden, you know what? He cooled down. He doesn't want to do this anymore. Okay. Just because somebody is ready for something and they're telling you, take a step back. Pay attention to the action that they're displaying. I always say, at the beginning of a relationship, everybody's always on their best behavior. Many times I get a lot of people saying, the first 6 months was great, and then he changed. And I always say, no, the first 6 months he was on his best behavior. What you've seen and how he's changed and who he is really. If you don't see consistency, that's a red flag. When I see people changing, it's really telling me who they really are. Think about that. So when you're with the right person, you're going to always see consistency on their behavior. All right. So these are some of the things that I kind of wrote down to just so I can remember to talk about this. How do we get into a healthy relationship? The first thing I said is, what is it possibly that you're doing wrong? Don't get excited about it. Think about it. Don't get upset about it. I tell my clients this too. What is it that you're doing wrong that is initiating this to happen over and over again? And 9 out of 10 times, I have the nicest clients and they think about it. And they're like, you're right. I'm letting this happen. I go, okay, but what exactly are you letting happen? I want to bring awareness to this. The second thing is, why are you attracting unhealthy men in your life? And I'm not talking about the physical, unhealthy as far as emotional stability. What is it that you keep attracting? Why is it that you keep getting the same people? As I say, just the faces change. Very, very interesting. Okay, so when I look at somebody who constantly gets into dysfunctional relationships, it's a red flag for me. Maybe you want to fix them. Maybe this helps you want to fix them. But I always say, do you want to go from lover to mother? You don't want to be his mother. This is very, very important. I always say, if you have to fix somebody, you're starting the relationship in a deficit. Be aware of this. There's a number of reasons why I think that people let the wrong people in. It could be low self-esteem of yourself, thinking, well, this is the best I'm going to get. No, you always think the highest of good when it comes to yourself. I deserve the best. There's nothing wrong with saying it, believing it, thinking it. You do deserve the best, but you also have to put forth the best. It's a two-way street. The second thing is, past experiences with unhealthy relationships. Is this what you're used to? Break your cycle. I always say that. You have the power to do that. The desire to fix a partner, as I said earlier. Think about, why is it so important for you to fix them? Does it take the attention away from you and how you feel about yourself? Fixing that person, does it help you feel better about yourself? then again, it's an intimacy level with yourself and how you are viewing yourself. I also think with people, it's what they grew up with and what they saw through their parents. If their parents were in unhealthy relationships, pay attention to that. What is it that you could be doing different from your mother or your father that you noticed as a child? Think about that. Or it's, tomorrow you can become a parent. What is it you didn't like how you were raised? You have the power to break that cycle so you don't do it onto your child. It's very, very interesting. When you sit there and you think about why you are attracting this, now is the first step that you have the power to change it. Now, I hear a lot of times from a lot of people, they're just not out there. I have to tell you, we are in a time where I do agree with that. I think, people have gotten very lazy. But what I also believe in, do the work. Think about how you want to go out and meet people in person. You can do online dating, and I'm not knocking it, but do everything, as I always say. This is very, very important. But get yourself out there. Get into groups. Volunteer. Do things with other people. You're going to be really surprised what you're going to have in common with them, and that's going to start a dialogue, and it's going to be nice. Think about that. People have gotten lazy, and you can't be lazy. Is it harder to meet people today? I would say absolutely yes. So you've got to do and step up your game by doing more things. But remember what I said. Just because you like this person, look at this person for their truth. Okay, don't create an illusion of what you think this person can be. See them for really what they can be. If they are here and you are here and you have given it every aspect of a chance and it's still not working, it is not your job to fix them. I always say never go 20 steps back because of a fear that you may have of being alone. The biggest thing I want to leave you with today is you have to work on you about how you feel about being alone. I know it's not always fun to be alone, and I know that everybody wants the picture relationship, a great guy, a family, the home, the whole bit. But seriously, it starts where you have to be really good with being alone with yourself and not being afraid of it. You have to drop the fear. When you know your self-worth and you know the kind of a person that you are and what you want to set forth to give, accept no other than somebody like you. It's a two-way street. I can rest assured there's still some good people out there, and there are. But you have to be okay with yourself. You have to have a healthy relationship with you. I always say it's not a life sentence to be alone. It's okay. Your turn will come. Take the timelines down, but start thinking about your history and why you are letting in these type of personalities. Once you start figuring it out, you could start making the change and fixing it. And then on a universal level, things will start changing. So it's food for thought, and it's a time to get really, really honest with yourself. Once you do that, more good things will start coming your way for the right reasons. I hope this helped you. I hope it's given you a lot of ideas to start thinking about. But like I said, there could be a lot of nice people coming in your life. Don't settle for the bad ones just because you might be afraid you're never going to find one. You never settle, because I always say when you settle, you lose. I hope this helped you. I hope this has enlightened you. Subscribe to Facebook, Instagram, my favorite, YouTube, more videos to come. Okay, keep the questions coming and let me know how you're doing. Take care. Bye-bye.